Very early on, you fall into a kind of silence. You hear a lot of words, but these words fail to explain what is happening inside you. There are mouths all around you, talking, shouting, weeping, chattering, cursing, gossiping, lying, and pleading. But none of them release you. None of them speak your truth. You don't know, of course, what the truth is. You suspect you'll never know. But you slowly arrive at an understanding that your truth is different than everyone else's truth. That in fact, every soul you meet has a truth of its own. Every pair of eyes sees the world you see through a different kaleidoscope. You don't arrive at this understanding quickly or easily, but as a diver arrives, coming up for air after her plunge in the water, slowly, as a mass of her body pushes its way through the body of water that not only surrounds her, but would fill her up had she opened her mouth to it. She pushes, and the water pushes her, she upwards, and the water downwards, until the moment the tip of her nose precedes her face towards the air, towards the light, her lips gasp for that first sweet breath, and her eyes are wide open. Sometimes, your truth is like waking from a disturbing dream. In the dream, you try to run, but your feet are shackled. You open your mouth to scream, but your mouth is full of sand. You're panting, but you're not moving. You want to open your eyes, knowing that you are dreaming, but your lids are sewn shut. You want to thrash, flail, but you're buckled in a straitjacket. When you finally open your eyes, you open them in terror. For a split second, you're not sure. You're not sure of who you are or where you've been. The world, spinning fast, begins to settle around you. Tangible things you've seen before begin to take a familiar shape. The bed you lie in, the table with a glass of water on top of it, the window pouring darkness into your room. And there it is, language again, bringing you closer to meaning and further still from meaning, bringing you closer to yourself and further still from the world. A slim chasm that existed between you and the people around you widens. You sit around the table to eat with your family, and suddenly there's a great cleavage separating you. Their chewing mouths resemble the chewed-up words you hear every day, the incessant amount of recycled words the world throws up, void of any substance. Words you hear on the radio, words judged and wildly misunderstood in books, papers, and conversations. You speak, but you don't say what you really want. People you believed you belonged to reduce you to something smaller than yourself in order to fit in that tidy meaning they gave you. You ache with expression that will not come forth from you unless you cut yourself and bleed. You suspect, secretly hope it's a phase, but the rift widens and widens. Amongst these strangers you reconcile to merely listen and nod, never agreeing. But your silence doesn't protect you. Your silence doesn't bring you peace. You grow to realize that life is full of cages. School is a cage. Friends and relatives are cages. Love is a cage. The job you worked so hard for is a cage. Money is a cage. Countries are cages, and you must flee them, or you risk never really knowing who you are. You foolishly fly into some of these cages, thinking they will feed you something, they will fill a silence or bridge a gap, but they loom on you relentlessly, close in on you, so that you are again always in their shadow, unable to think or feel or express freely without judgment. Soon, even the world is too narrow, with its repetitive seasons, its reoccurring wars, fueled with the same old hatred. The sun, you learn, in her burning intensity, has been rising for 4 billion years. And the moon, in its cool aloofness, what else is there? You fail to belong to anything. You don't belong to a country, or a religion, or a family. All of these are fences designed to rein you in, contain you, muddy your perspective of what your truth is. So you search for yourself in language. It fails you with its worn-out alphabet. All the books you read seem to point at one another. Nothing is really original. You search for something that resembles you in the seasons. Perhaps you are autumn, the falling leaves, the wicked nakedness of trees. You begin to think maybe this is the end, the final show the world performs, bare and colorless. A clean white bone. Here's the truth, the world seems to say, underneath all the layers of beauty and flowers. Until the world revives again, surprising you. Another circle, another year. As the stubborn stem of a daffodil shoots from under the hard frozen earth, the world emerges out of its dark cave to meet you.